Magandang araw sa inyong lahat! Ngayon ay Agosto 19, 2020. Isang natatanging araw dahil ipinagdiriwang natin ang kaarawan ng ama ng ating wikang pambansa. Pero bago ko siya ipakilala sa inyo, meron muna akong isang mahalagang paalala. Ang inyong pinakahihintay na araw ay narito na. Makukuha niyo na ang inyong learning kit, art materials at uniforms. Ang learning kit ay naglalaman ng mga gawaing pantulong sa mga araling tinatalakay tuwing online classes. Ang art materials naman ay mga item na inyong kakailanganin para makumpleto ang inyong mga gawain. Makukuha niyo rin ang 2 sets ng ISYC uniforms at isang set ng PE uniform. Alam kong nasasabik na kayo sa pagkuha ng inyong mga kagamitan. Kaya naman pakitandaan ang schedule ng pagkuha na nababatay sa inyong level. Para sa Chicks at Junior Nursery, ang inyong schedule ay bukas na, Agosto 20, 2020. Ang Senior Nursery naman ay nakatakda sa Biyernes, Agosto 21, 2020. At ang schedule ng kindergarten ay sa Sabado, Agosto 22, 2020. Ang ISYC ay bukas mula alas 8 ng umaga hanggang alas 3 ng hapon sa mga araw na ito. Muli, nagpapasalamat kami sa inyong pasensya, pag-unawa at pakikipagtulungan. Alam kong excited na kayong makilala ang ama ng ating wikang pambansa. Tutulungan tayo ni Franco del Pilar. Siya ay makikita nyo sa 20 peso bill. Sino kaya siya? Magaling! Ang ama ng ating wikang pambansa ay walang iba kundi si Ginoong Manuel Luis Quezon. Gusto niya ba siyang makilala ng mas mabuti? Tamang-tama! Meron kaming prepare na video tungkol sa kanyang buhay. Panoorin natin ito.
Their story begins on August 19, 1878, when Quezon was born in the sleepy town of Baler to teachers Lucio Quezon, a Tagalog from Paco, and Maria Dolores Molina, a Spanish mestiza from Baler. At 9 years old, he was brought to Manila as a mess boy to study at Colegio de San Juan de Letran. As a student, he successfully graduated with an AB degree, summa cum laude, and with the title Experienced Surveyor and Appraiser of Lands. He further pursued law studies as a working student at the University of Santo Tomas in 1895. When the Philippine-American War broke out, Quezon joined the military as an aide-de-camp. As a soldier, he was promoted to first lieutenant and later on assigned to the general staff of President Aguinaldo. He rose the ranks from captain to major. When news came of President Aguinaldo's capture, Quezon's mission was to verify this news. He surrendered in order to confirm the capture of the president. He remained in American custody for nearly 6 months. When he was released, Quezon resumed his law studies and started working at Monte de Piedad as a clerk. He laid down his arms, but he never laid down his zeal for freedom. Quezon ran for governor of Tayabas and won. He was later elected as the representative of Tayabas to the Philippine Assembly and later became Majority Floor Leader. He was then elected as Resident Commissioner to represent the Philippines in the U.S. House of Representatives. He helped in the enactment of the Jones Law, which paved the way to Philippine independence. He holds the distinction of being the first and longest-serving Senate President of the Philippines. He led several independence missions to prove the capacity of the Philippines to govern itself. The result of these missions is considered one of his greatest achievements. He opposed the Hare-Hawes Cutting Act in favor of the ratification of the Tidings-McDuffie Act. This act paved way to a 10-year transitional government called the Commonwealth, which scheduled Philippine independence for July 4, 1946. Quezon was elected first president of the Commonwealth in 1935. Quezon's administration advocated 3 core concepts: national defense, economic growth, and efficient government. He pioneered economic programs and policies and established numerous departments. He implemented educational reforms and institutionalized Filipino as a national language. He instituted public utilities, including the Manila Railroad Company, which facilitated efficient transportation from Bicol to Manila. Quezon was re-elected to the presidency in November 1941. The country was content and at peace until the sudden invasion of the Empire of Japan on December 8, 1941. When war broke out, Quezon was a symbol of hope and freedom for the Filipino people. To continue the fight, he moved his government to the fortress island of Corregidor and eventually to the United States at the advice of Field Marshal Douglas MacArthur. In the United States, he established the Commonwealth government in exile and served on the Pacific War Council. Through him, the Philippines joined the United Nations, receiving recognition as an allied nation. He tirelessly campaigned to hasten the rescue of the Philippines. He would never get to see the freedom come to pass. On August 1, 1944, President Quezon died of tuberculosis at Saranac Lake, New York. He was accorded with special honors in Washington, D.C., and was temporarily buried in Arlington Cemetery. Finally, on July 4, 1946, Quezon's dream of an independent Republic of the Philippines was fulfilled. The lowering of the American flag and the raising of the Philippine flag symbolized the freedom of the Philippines from the United States through the efforts and selfless dedication of Manuel L. Quezon. On July 27, 1946, Quezon's remains finally came home. He was buried in the North Cemetery on August 1, 1946. 33 years after, Quezon's remains were transferred to the Quezon Memorial Shrine, the President's final resting place. Today, this shrine remains a testament to a great life devoted to the happiness and freedom of the Filipino people that led to the formation of the modern republic we know today. As Manuel Rojas eloquently put it, we are a free people and a free nation in large part because of him.
Nahulaan niyo ba kung ano ang sagot sa ating bugtong kahapon? Natatandaan niyo pa ba kung ano ang ating bugtong? Sige, uulitin ko. Ako ay may kaibigan, kasama ko maski saan. Sino ako? Ang tamang sagot ay anino, or in English, shadow. Tingnan nga natin kung sino-sino ang nakapagbigay ng tamang sagot. Ito si Elijah Joaquin Luces at ang kanyang anino. Ito naman si Celestine Blair Dimawa at ang kanyang iginuhit na anino. Makikita din natin si Franco del Pilar at ang kanyang ginuhit na anino. Ang panghuli ay si Maki Santos at ang kanyang iginuhit na anino. Maraming salamat sa inyong aktibong pakikilahok sa ating bugtong-bugtungan. Muli, maaari pa kayong makasali sa ating bugtong-bugtungan dahil meron pa tayong isang bugtong ngayon. Handa na ba kayo? Isa ang pasukan, tatlo ang labasan. Ano ako? Medyo mahirap, di ba? Sige, bibigyan ko kayo ng clue. Ito ay isang bagay na ginagamit niyo araw-araw. Kung alam niyo ang sagot, huwag kalimutang iguhit ito at ipadala sa connect@isyc.com.ph. At dito nagtatapos ang espesyal na edisyon ng ating daily announcement. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng nagsuot ng Filipino attire, Filipino souvenir shirts, at Filipino colored shirts. Isang paalala, ang hindi marunong lumingon sa pinanggalingan ay hindi makakarating sa pinaroroonan. Kaya lagi nating tandaan na tayo ay Pilipino at ang ating wikang pambansa ay Filipino. Maraming salamat sa inyong pakikinig at panonood. Hanggang sa muli, paalam!